Hi folks, Rudy Green here. I want to show you the correct solve for Forrest Fenn's treasure poem. Forrest is going to announce, presumably, hopefully in the next couple of days or weeks, the state in which the treasure chest was found. And it was found in the state of Montana. And I'm going to show you the solve that gets you to the correct spot. So I'm going to switch over to Google Earth real quick here. This is an image many of you should be familiar with if you've searched in this area. Uh, this is up right by the West Yellowstone entrance to Yellowstone National Park. And I'm going to show you the solve. So begin at where warm waters halt. Where warm waters halt is the mouth of Red Canyon Creek. Red Canyon Creek is where Forrest and Donnie had the story in Looking for Lewis and Clark in the Thrill of the Chase book. So the actual mouth is a point right here, but you could kind of consider all of this alluvial fan to be part of the mouth of Red Canyon Creek. And of course the creek is warm because the color red is warm. Secondly, we take it in the canyon down. The word down is used after canyon to indicate an orientation. So we're actually going to flip the map upside down. Remember, Forrest talked about the backwards bicycle. This is kind of how that sort of ties into this solve. So we take it in the canyon down, which is now north, but the map is flipped upside down. So it follows this red line. The road terminates almost 3 miles into the canyon, and there's a little loop at the end. And so not far, but too far to walk because we drive this road, and then we put in below the home of Brown. The home of Brown is the circular loop at the end of Red Canyon Road. It is the home of Brown because Brown is a proper name for Brown University. This is why the little girl in India couldn't get past clues 1 and 2 because she only had a map of the Rocky Mountains and not the entire United States. So you can find Brown University on a map of the entire United States, but it does not appear in the Rocky Mountains. Brown University is in Providence, Rhode Island, and you use your imagination here to see this loop as an island made of a road. So when he says to put in, we're sort of visualizing that loop as the island, and there's this water metaphor. Now, a lot of people have searched in this area, and they have gone up the Red Canyon Creek Trail or up the Mount Hebgen Trail, but in fact, we should put in below the home of Brown, which is into a non-human trailed area at the north end of Red Canyon Road. So this is no place for the meek. I've outlined it here in red. Then when the clues go backwards the other way, there's a word tense change after the end is drawing nigh. There'll be no paddle up your creek. Remember, the map's flipped upside down, so up is, there's no paddle up the creek, just heavy loads, which is the alluvial fan here, and water high, which is Hebgen Lake area. And it's water high because this is a man-made lake and the water is higher than usual. You might remember Forrest's hint about that. Now, the chest itself was discovered at the point mark X right here. It's by a large tree. And what is interesting about this point and what makes up the blaze is from this point, you can look down the canyon. I'm going to try and get a visual of it here in Google Earth. And you can actually see heavy loads, the alluvial fan, and water high, Hebgen Lake, straight down here. And those of you who are super familiar with this geography will also realize that directly down this same line of viewpoint is Rainbow Point. I don't even need to tell you what that ties into. And then if you turn it around, I'm going to face it north here for a second. And if you look also from this same point, I have photos from here, you can look up the canyon and you see the blaze, Red Canyon. This is actually really bright red in person. The geology reports show that that goes 700 feet down. It is a blaze that will last for a very long time. And from this point, you can see both of those. And I'm going to show you what the view shed looks like. It's a way that you can calculate from Google Earth what it looks like. So if we were standing on X, let me adjust the view shed here. So this shows you the areas highlighted in green are what you would see if you were standing there. And as you can see, looking up the canyon, you can see the blaze, the bright red portion of Red Canyon Creek. And looking the other way, south in the canyon, You see this almost flashlight-like arm shining out right directly over Rainbow Point, Rainbow Campgrounds. Some of you have been to this area and searched. So anyways, that is the complete solution to Forrest Fenn's treasure poem, and I will be posting more about it later. Thank you.